Okay, this is much better. I'll save the garbage. Sorry, that's when I'm online with you guys. I want to feel very like polished, like in person, and not like you know dressed differently. All right, so these are the greeting cards, like I mentioned. And so, like today, I'd like to talk about a little bit of like my art. I'll probably draw a little bit as well. Let me just get my camera, my smartphone charged, and then as it's charging, then I can kind of get in here with you guys and share a bit more. I think my phone's at like 20%, so it's not really helpful. It's okay. I might just share like what I was doing with you guys last stream, which was just doodling a little bit and sharing. So today I was going to mention like the theme of today's talk. But let me make a new video. This is what I was kind of weird. All right. So I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. So come join me for a little bit and say hi. I'm going to be doodling a little bit and yapping. So come join me for a little bit and say hi. So I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. So come join me for a little bit and say hi. Yeah. So I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. So come join me for a little bit and say hi. So I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. So I'm actually kind of interested if it looks like all of my things need to get charged. Yikes. All right. Let's see what we can do with the iPad today and focus on that. And maybe we can't do a lot of cool shenanigans with the iPhone. So that's working. You know what would be nice is if I could live stream on Facebook right now at the same time. I don't know. I haven't live streamed on Facebook, I think, since earlier in the year. But let's give it a try and see if we can do that. No, I can't go live just yet. Um, Plus, I think me going live isn't helpful on my Facebook because my Facebook is private, so probably not the best idea. However, I'll just focus on this right now. We'll go from there. So after I've shown you guys the cards, let's talk about the the drama production. Like, where am I at with chapter 10? I mentioned before my uh my microphone broke. So I don't have my microphone working with me now. I had like this really like a cheapo brand and I'm looking for one on TikTok. So if anyone's on TikTok and knows a good brand, feel free to like let me know. That would be great. Uh, Maybe I can make a little product video on it. You're always welcome to send me Cash App or a little TikTok stuff so I can kind of get more things for the production value of this. Because I kind of want to keep going, and even though I don't have, I'm actually going to be recording the drama on this on my lapel mic. So we'll see how that goes for today. Because I don't typically do that. I typically have a microphone, but it's like it's right now. So you're always welcome to always looking to send donos. That's always good. I'm let this laptop or this iPad charge it more before I like jump into doodling a bit. But I also want to keep letting you know about the cards. So I'll share with you about the cards right now. These cards are not just like specific to like any one part of the story right now. These actually kind of like are throughout the whole Song of Wata story, and these were made before the series is made the way I have it right now. So that's why these have changed a bit in the back because I changed a bit of the details of the story. I kind of changed like how the end is and some of the conflicts that go on. So it's been nice to kind of see the evolution of the story with the cards and with everything. It's been nice to kind of evolve the story and how things are going to go. Um, in terms of like the story, things are still going to move forward. It's probably going to be a bit slower for me to get things out, but I already have the chapter 10 and 11 and 12 written out, so it's just like recording. It's just like hardware issues. Give me just this. Okay. Forgot to charge this. I'm gonna charge this phone and then I can kind of get my iPad going for y'all because I don't think I can add my iPad as like a secondary video source. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But I don't think I'm doing it right. No. I wanted to have this a specific way for you guys, but I don't think it's gonna happen today. Alright. I might have to stick to like the basic layout for today. That's alright. Mm, I'll just share a bit more about the collage I was making with you all. I'd like to do a bit more about the collages that I have been making. Made the one, I don't know if anyone saw it, but I made a collage with Niambe. Let's see if I can, yep, this is the one. So this is the collage that I mentioned. This is one that I made with Niambe last week. So this is one that I made traditional. I haven't finished it yet, and I believe it's like in my car somewhere because I put all my stuff in like a suitcase when I do my classes. So I probably still have it. Um, I probably have it in my car sitting in there somewhere. But this one's of Nyambe, and this was a lot of fun for me to kind of just get her done. I wanted to kind of keep collaging, even though I wasn't recording last week, to kind of help me think about her character and everything. So I guess I talk about like creating fantasy characters live with you all. Our goal is 2222. That is our goal. That is our goal. 2222 followers on the TikTok side and on the YouTube side. Just having a good time. So I mentioned like I've been dealing with a bit of technical issues with my software or my hardware for getting the next chapter done. I still have a solution with using my like lapel mic, so I'm gonna just keep pushing forward. But the importance of like creating when it's hard is important. Um, I've really come to appreciate that I may not have the most simplest way of doing stuff, right? Like there may be aspects of what I'm doing that could be way more simple. And sometimes that just comes down to me like simplifying how I start a project or how I start a process, not trying to do too much and just doing like the most basic things I can. I actually would like to know if I can use camo to do this one second. Oh, video source. Let me see if I can get this on here. I know I probably should have gotten all this stuff done before I got online with you guys, but okay. Bluetooth is on. Mm. I don't want it to do the camera part. I just wanted it to do the part where I show you guys my screen on the camera. Why is it doing that? That's wild. That's what I don't want to do. Alright, guys. I guess I'm just gonna have to like share normally. So yeah, from that one, let me see if I can bring that up. That would be nice. Let me see. I'll have to share it with myself. Okay, good. Studio. Oh, I also wanted to share this to you guys. Okay, so I had these at like at a auction, a silent auction. I donated these to a silent auction. It was really cool. It's cool. It's like one of the biggest ones in my state, so it was really nice to like donate these to like a charity that I cared about and wanted to support in that way. Yeah, those are the same ones that I have right here that you can purchase as well. All eight pack on my TikTok shop. Still working out things for my Amazon shop, but yeah. Mm, did I not send it to myself? What's happening here? Oh yeah, and then I have. I'll show this one to you guys right now too. Okay, this is my book on Amazon. You can find it on Amazon. It is called Starving Artist Fed Artist, and it teaches creatives how to pitch workshops to like a community-based organization, like your libraries, like your art centers. It's really good. I just published it this month, so it's fairly new, and it walks you through like the basics of your have an idea like what you like to teach. I take you through this process of how you can teach it in a really simple way, in a really simple format. And I also share with you ideas for how to teach online and how to teach in person. It's really good. I developed that when I started teaching collage in 2023. So it's just been like since 2023, I've just been like tracking myself on how I teach workshops and how I connect with different community organizations and nonprofits and kind of created that kind of book around it. I'm definitely looking forward to making another book that expands on working with bigger nonprofits, with like definitely for like smaller nonprofits and libraries, kind of getting more experience and making another book that talks about how to work with larger nonprofits and other types of bigger organizations as well. Excuse me, I'm yawning. Don't know why this one wasn't isn't popping up. Wait, hold on. Maybe I need to. Okay, I know why. Because it's not the right it's not the right format. That makes sense. Okay, and that's available on my Amazon shop, and I'll leave a link to that as well. Hmm. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's a little dim. It's hard to see it. This one is of the collage I made last week. So it's still sitting here. I haven't finished it. I want to finish it actually. Um, but it's like in my car, so I have to go like grab it and stuff. But basically, it's a very simple collagist of Niambe. So as I'm thinking about like chapter 10, kind of thinking about like she's in a point. Excuse me. I did not drink caffeine. That's how if I drink caffeine or something caffeinated, I'd start probably tired because caffeine makes me tired. Um, this is a point probably a little time after this uh event that happened where she's a bit more relaxed. So this definitely these next three chapters is not a time for her to relax, but somewhere around this time, before that or even after, she has a bit more of like a time to relax and be a bit more carefree. So this is kind of the idea for this collage. And the color theme was like green, so I'm gonna try something green in it. Okay, my iPad is charged, so let's doodle a little bit. And again, I'll talk about creating when it's hard. Like I mentioned, the hardware for this chapter needs to be replaced. So I have my Cash App there. I have greeting cards. I'm also just trying to find equipment that's compatible for a Mac because I've been using adapters and I haven't been able to find a recording microphone that would be, compatible with my Mac. And so I'm definitely gonna keep searching for one or like on TikTok and find one. I always tend to draw things scrunched up because in my mind they're like, you know, maybe things are a little less scrunched up. But it's like once I start moving things around, things kind of make more sense. Especially with like facial features. I tend to draw a little bit with like more smooshed up features. But then it's like, oh, you gotta move things around a little bit. So if anyone has any questions about like what I do as an author, an artist, other types of things, let me know. I'm still in like a discovery search phase for myself as I look into a new industry to get into. Um, I haven't really mentioned it too much on like live streams because I'm just still like searching, but I am very much interested in like trades based work. Um, like I used to do a couple other different types of jobs, and I've I've come to understand about myself is I like learning skills so that I can like stack them and make something out of it. So with my art, it was being a writer, and then it was making comics, and then it was drawing, um, and now it's like combining that with YouTube as like a format for people to enjoy my dramas, to enjoy my writing and my art and my characters instead of just a book. Because I found books to be too challenging for me. I found writing them to be just boring and it was just overwhelming to me. But YouTube was way easier. YouTube, I just have to sit there and talk and yap, and I can create a really pretty, like the video can be a piece of art. Actually, guys, hold up. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm actually very proud of it. Let me see. No, that's not right. Hold on. Okay, I don't know if it'll let me. It might be too big. Okay, that's what the beginning looks like. Hold on. I probably could have just did this on my YouTube channel, honestly, unless it, um, but this is what the video will look like for chapter 10. I I really like how this turned out. Um, I really like how I have like the water effects. You guys know I love adding like water effects. So adding the water effect, adding like the smoke effect, and like little haze and fog. You see like the details in the background. It turned out good. It turned out really good. I'm really glad with how it all turned out. There's other effects on here too, by the way. I should probably upload this on yeah, okay. This is where it's at. These effects, these little like dreamy sparkle things, like yeah, that was added in. And when I make these videos and stuff, I have a lot of fun with it. It's another level of like interaction that I get to have when making like this kind of content, and it just adds more to the like overall story. And because my chapters are so short and they just focus on one thing that's happening, I get to really like have a lot of fun, and I just get to have a lot of fun. And it's this has been doing all of this has been just a lot of fun for me, creating the video part. So when I think back to like how I was like really unsure about where I wanted the stuff to go, and where I wanted uh, to like kind of take this stuff, and where I wanted to like how I wanted to share the drama with people in a different way. I'm glad I'm doing it this way because I can see like it getting better and better as I learn more stuff and as I learn more techniques. Um, I typically want to animate as much things as I can. I want to use like AI as I need it, but like I want the art to be made by me. Like all this art, and all the art in the video here was all made by me, like by hand and stuff. And so I want to use AI to help me in stuff like particle effects, or um like all the stuff that I don't know how to do, like for video effects. That's what I'm trying to use it for. Um, that this stuff it's like made with like uh not Clip Studio Paint, CapCut. So I've used CapCut, and they have like their basic like effects stuff. There's nothing like super fancy with the effects that I'm using, but like I'm still looking for something like that, you know? Like um I'm still looking for like a good kind of video effects software, or something that will like allow me to really get this like looking a certain way. I'm always in my mind. I was always thinking of like just using like cool effects, um, stuff that's maybe more graphic or a bit more like animated instead of like super realistic stuff. But for what it is right now, I'm satisfied with it, and I know like the production value, I guess, will get better as time goes on, and as I invest in better tools and stuff like that. This one's like 30 minutes long. No, I don't believe the episode will be 30 minutes long. Typically, they're between mm, like 10 and 25 minutes long. So, like, we'll see. But, yeah. And this is of Yamaya. This is Yamaya. Niambe. This is Niambe. This is Yamaya. Niambe typically has, big, beautiful, red hair, but she chopped it off. So yeah, if you haven't been paying attention to the episodes, yeah, the chapters, yeah, uh, go back on through it because I crazy stuff happened. Crazy stuff happened. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll leave you guys this, and I'll be right back. I need to grab some hydration. Okay, I have returned. All right, let's get rid of this. Uh-oh. Mm. Oh. So I have so far. I know this is like really annoying having this in there. But so I have so far. Yeah, continuing to draw and to create art, even when it's like challenging. But I mentioned like looking at trades and stuff. It kind of have a different kind of like work experience. My goal with my art and creating has always been to like make it into a business, and I've never been the type of person that's like, oh, it has to be, I have to make money this one way. Like, I've always been like, I want multiple ways to make money. And so, um, I just like the idea of it, and it sounds like something that would fit me well, because despite me being like interested in communicating with others and talking and stuff, I actually prefer solitary type of things. But yeah, that's just me. And I also think I'd probably start doing using like a VTuber or PNG tuber kind of model. I think that would be really cool for me because um, I'd like to try something that reaches a specific type of audience. and could allow me to like, attract new audience in here that want something a bit more chill, you know. So I'm gonna explore like how to create a VTuber, like a PNG tuber, not a VTuber, but PNG tuber, kind of like little animation. Um, I don't know if I'd use like Niambe. I don't know if I should use her or Sela. I don't know if I should use her or if I should use Parveen. I have no idea. So um, let me know if there's like a favorite or something. I might stick with whoever's the simplest to draw. So we'll see who's the most simplistic to draw and who's the most just just I like simplicity, and so I want something that's a bit more easy for me to draw and repeatable. Okay, we have like 20 minutes left, so let's get this little illustration out of the way. But yeah, like I've also like learned when it comes to creating like a sustainable like business, um, or just creating like a cool thing online, like you just need to have income coming from somewhere, and you also need to keep showing up even when nobody's buying anything and when nobody is um you know clapping or celebrating or promoting you. And it's fun to know that, because that's what, when you work, just like in trades, the users they just want you to show up on time. That's what they really care about. They just want you to show up on time. They want you to you know do your best. And like for me, I'm thinking of either like HVAC or low volt electrical. Like wouldn't want to do something that's like really hot or smelly environment or anything. Um, I want something that's like, manageable for me and something that I can keep going back to and commit to. So it's a totally new thing for me, but I have to thank a lot of the gals on TikTok and on YouTube, because they're sharing just like their experiences with being in the trades and doing their stuff and sharing like their days in the lives. And I was like, this sounds way more appealing to me than anything I've done thus far. Um, and there's like all these like pre-apprenticeship stuff. So like you could, before you like commit to something, like you can go and learn and get a feel for it. Yeah, like you don't have to be like, okay, this is what I want to do, and that's it. Like you get the opportunity to, and this is my uh, phone stand, which I have on my TikTok shop as well. It's in my showcase if you're interested. Um, I might have to grab my charging pad or charging cord, and I want to be able to just finish sharing illustration with you guys like the next couple minutes. Let's see if we're doing good here. If I need weird. It's not doing the thing. Oh no. Hold on. Look, sometimes this happens, okay? Sometimes, this little camo camera gets confused. Flip it. That wasn't what I was trying to do. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Sometimes camo can be kind of weird and it doesn't like lock in. Like it does the opposite. Like it doesn't fully understand what it is that I'm trying to do. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, um, yeah, about 10% battery left on that phone. It's okay. So yeah, that's been like my kind of journey into becoming more just trying something new. Trying something new, doing something new, um, and knowing more about like what I do want and what I don't like. Like I know I would never want to work on like a smelly job, like a smelly work site. So being able to have a different kind of place to work in would be cool. Let's see if I can do that a little. Let me go ahead and do not disturb is on. Okay, great. Yeah, so that's been my like experience so far with just like getting myself more interested in fields that why it does that. Why is it doing? Why are you doing this, Cameron? Why? 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 Why are you like changing the perspective of my camera every time? What is happening? My God. Okay. Yeah. And one of my friends, he was like, they just want you to show up on time. That's a big thing with jobs in general. They want you to show up on time. And before. I've worked in other jobs before. I've done other kind of careers before. But this looks so scuffed, you guys. Like I'm looking at this at a completely different angle. Hold on. Jeez. Okay. Um, like that's what they want. They want you to show up on time. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's become, an employee for a little bit and see where this takes me, and how it can help me have more, stability as I build up my brands and things like that. Um, I'm still gonna make these YouTube videos for sure. I'm still gonna go live with you guys, and I'm still gonna create stuff. But it'll just be nice to get into a field where I have more stability and I can still create with you guys. I can still make stuff. I like, why you have to do either or? Why not both? That's my thought process anyway. If you haven't checked out my recent post on my Instagram, will be teaching some paper collage classes next week. This week I'm also teaching paper collage class, so if you're interested in that, you can find more information in my YouTube description. I think I'm making Sela or the mom. I think I'm making the mom Yamaya. I don't know for sure yet. I'm just thinking out loud here. So yeah, and it's been cool to expand myself beyond just like, oh, you're just an author, you're just an artist. I met many people that are just, oh, you're just an artist, you're just an author. Or that's how like a lot of these girls will talk about themselves. And it's nice for me to be like, but I'm not an ant, like we can do more than one thing. Like there's moms that have kids and go to school and go to work, and so like I'm just confused as to why you could only have one idea of something unless you're like a mom or married or something. You know what I mean? Like I think that's so limiting. So there's a lot of like getting out of my own way when deciding to even show up to these info sessions and do research and think about that in a more logical way and not just like, oh, I don't feel like it. It's like, okay, I don't, there's things times in life when you deal with like um, challenges and issues, you don't feel like it then, but you still have to get up and still do stuff, you know? I mean, I I understand dealing with mental health problems. I get it. I understand dealing with those challenges and depression and stuff, but you still have to get up and you still have to do stuff and you still have to try every day to make your life beautiful because that's your job. And when I remember that, like my job to have a beautiful life, then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna focus on what I need to get done. Make myself look good. Make myself feel good, and keep going. Because who knows? I could, I could do a lot with in a different field and get paid really well, and then have my own little studio, and then you guys will be seeing me in a different way. Like that's my desire, Like I have a lot of goals towards how I want my business to grow as an artist. And the big thing of that is having my own space and doing my own thing and yeah, have my own in person studio thing. That would just be so awesome to me. And I know it takes time to get those things. Um, but at least I'm gonna put myself on the right track to get there. And I love seeing the gals on TikTok because it's like they're just so motivated and they're so inspiring. And these girls are like 10 years younger than me. They are so like intelligent and they just do what they can, what they have. And it's a challenge and we all deal with like depression and anxiety and stuff, but we have to just keep ourselves occupied with things that we like and keep going. And validate your emotions and whatever to help you kind of feel more um, comfortable with yourself. That's what I've had to be doing as well. And spending more time on my own and appreciating my skills and understanding uh, what I do has a value and it's valuable and it might be valuable in different spaces, like being artistic or being good with people comes in well on a job site and you're instruction and stuff like that. Or to work with like different people in different ways. So I'm always interested in just kind of expanding myself, growing in a new direction, especially with my art, especially with drawing, especially with stuff like that, where there's so much opportunity. It's wild. It's wild. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more here with her skin and her eyes, and probably get rid of this because it's like it's very good. And also, like, you have to, like, make yourself win in life, you know? Like, you have to do more stuff towards you getting, like, the kind of lifestyle that you want. That's really important, too. So that's what I've been doing this whole time, like, with my TikTok and, like, my YouTube videos and stuff. Like, I want to have more opportunities to be proud of myself and to, like, appreciate myself and, be like, wow, I did all that. Like, that's awesome. Like, even if it's nothing big, even if it's just like I got up, I went on live stream for an hour. That's to me, that's something big. Um, and so I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep learning, how to talk with you guys, sharing a bit more about what I do, um, having a bit more fun with you all online. You know, it doesn't matter if only one person shows up or if 5 people show up or 30 people or whatever. None of that matters. It's really about showing up every day for myself and having proof that I showed up with these streams and connecting, and it's just it's a process, but it pays off because at the end of the year I can say I did something and I have more confidence to keep going and to keep trying, and yeah. And it's like when things get hard, I've had to understand that nobody cares but me, right? And so I have to try a new way to think about my situation that empowers me instead of disempowers me. Hold on, I like this color. Um, so yeah, take action. Other friends said, action better than hope. And much as I like to hope and think, you take action as well. So I have so far. I know I could probably add some pattern to her shirt. Um, I don't really think about Yamaya's human form too much. I've always really thought more about her like ocean form and her Mami Wata form. So I never really put too much thought into her uh, human form. I've only drawn her human form like once. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna explore this a bit more as a card design. I'm kind of liking it. I kind of think this has some value to it for like a card design. It's different, and this would be when she's younger and she meets Elba here also. I'm kind of here for this actually. Hmm. I don't know. I want to sit here for a moment, but I'm thinking. I am thinking. This is kind of. Oh, you guys can't see it. Okay, hold on. There you go. This actually looks like so far. All right, I'm done on TikTok. So we're gonna end the stream on TikTok. I'll follow. Okay. All right, guys. I think I'm kind of done for today. But thank you for thank you for watching and joining me. It was like a light stream. I didn't really do a whole bunch of stuff on this stream, but I'll show up tomorrow. I have my greeting cards again, so if you're interested in buying this 8-pack of Song of Wata greeting cards, you can get on my TikTok shop. They're like at a really good price right now, so feel free to grab what you can. I have my book available as well, my ebook called Starving Artist Fed Artist that teaches you how to make art, pardon me, how to teach art workshops in your community, whether you're like a crafter or an artist or like a hobbyist, how to take that skill that you have and teach it to people in your community, get paid by your community as well. And then the last thing is, yeah, join me again tomorrow. I'll be on for 40 to 60 minutes again. Schedule wise, I have like a thing tomorrow, so I probably won't be on around like super early, but I will let you guys know. Like, you'll know when I'm on. I'll make a little announcement. But it'll probably be around, let's see this time. Yeah, I'll probably be around this time, like 4 something, 5 something. Yeah, yep, I'll be on around this time. Awesome. Okay, thank you so much, and join me again tomorrow.